Level 3 takes you back onto the street, and in the background mounted on all the fences are a bunch of signs that read, "Go home, beware, go away." That's what should have been printed on the cartridge of this game. So after a very short time of being outside, you enter the tomato factory. Beefsteak, one of the lead tomato characters, greets you right away, but all he does is run back and forth. Just jump onto the conveyor belts and start heading up. What's extremely annoying is this goddamn robotic arm thing that won't leave you alone. Worse yet, it's indestructible, so all you can do is try to avoid it. Thankfully, you've magically learned the ability to run at full speed in this level, so hold the B button while running to get a nice speed burst to help keep away from this prick. Keep climbing and you'll reach the tomato dispenser. Use it to climb up this platform so you can jump down and reach the gravitation switch I mentioned earlier. Time your jump right though. If you miss it, Beefsteak will be waiting and he's a pain in the ass in the open area. He'll give you consecutive hits, and if you try to jump while running away, you'll land in a pool of acid. What a load of crap. So now you've got the gravity reversed, and you need to work your way back. As if controlling your jumps wasn't hard enough, now you've got to do it upside down on conveyor belts. This should be fun. Jump up, or jump down the belts, and head all the way back to the left. Drop yourself down, or drop yourself up to this beam, and go up to the ventilation duct. Now here's where you can get lost, as this vent is a goddamn maze. When you first get in, fall up the first turn, head right, and then fall up the next one where you'll hit a gravity switch to fall back down. Now head right, go down, and you'll run into another one. Be sure to grab the health bag, and always hold B to dash away from the spark thing that chases after you. Fall back up where you came from and head left. Fall up the next turn, head right, and you'll hit another switch. Go back and down and head left until you hit the T-jump. Fall down, and you'll hit one more gravity switch and fall back up. Follow the route and you'll find the boss, Dr. Gangrene. Hit the gravity switch and you realize you don't fight Gangrene at all. He just stands in the background and summons a bunch of meatball enemies you've already seen throughout the game. Jump on the flying fucks first and position your landing so you'll come down onto the ones on the ground in one jump. After a little while, Gangrene will give up and run away. Chase him out the door and you've beaten the level. Lame boss battle, huh? So next you get a cutscene where this douchebag Whitley White is reporting from inside your video game. He basically says that you've chased Gangrene into the Doomsday room and everything's riding on you to defuse the Doomsday tomato in time. Yeah, the fate of everybody in San Zucchini is riding on your shoulders, and all these people are just gonna stand around and watch. Thanks for the help, assholes. Head right and take the turn. Keep going up and you'll grab a health bag. Then go back to where you started and climb up the ladder at the beginning. Holding B will also help you climb faster. Head right, and when dealing with these lasers, run and jump fast. You won't take damage as long as you're not standing on where the laser is pointing. When you get to this ladder, either keep going to get some health or just go straight up. Go right, take the turn, and jump over Fang to climb up the next ladder. Here's where you run into Zoltan. He's a real tough bastard. He'll jump at various heights, he lands consecutive hits, and you can't hurt him. So you might take some damage when trying to get past him. When you do, take the turn downward, grab the health bag at the end of the corridor if needed, and go back and head up the ladder. Head left, avoid Zoltan again, and take the turn down. Head up the ladder, take the turn upward where you'll run into Zoltan once again, avoid him, take the turn upward, and you've reached the Doomsday device. This looks like a pretty promising final boss battle right here. Wait, what the fuck? You don't even have to do anything. He just automatically destroys the device once he gets there. It blows up and the credits roll. Wow, 3 people worked on this game. Graphics, programming, and music. No surprise they didn't have much of a crew. And these are the exact same credits that you get when you get a game over. What a shitty ending. I guess they figured no one was ever gonna beat the game to see the credits. The only way people would ever see their names was to stamp them on the game over screen too. But wait, what's this? If you sit through the credits, which takes about 10 seconds, you get a cutscene where that Whitley White schmuck comes out and announces that Larry the Monster Mountain Tomato just showed up. How he knows its name, I'll never know. And look, he says, "Help, Mommy, when is this game gonna end?" Yeah, that sums it all up right there. Larry the Monster Mountain Tomato eats you alive and you get the bonus stage. Yay. It takes place inside this giant tomato, and just like the last level and the vent portion of the 3rd level, you'll find yourself running around the maze of corridors and ladders, getting lost in a clusterfuck of repetitive screams. Why is literally half the frickin' game like this? Anyway, head to the right and grab the health bag, then run all the way to the left and climb the tentacle, or whatever it is. Take the turn downward and climb the tentacle if you need health. Take the turn upward and follow the path and keep heading right, sliding down the tentacle and heading left. Follow the path and climb this tentacle that immediately follows the last one if you need health. Otherwise, keep going, jump over the Mato and climb the tentacle. Head left to grab the health if you need it and then go right. Take the turn downward, head left, and take a downward route right here by Mamato. Climb down the tentacle and head right. climb up the next one and follow the linear path. When you get to the split, bang a left, climb the tentacle, then climb the one right next to it, sprint left, take the turn, and you've made it to the room where the purple root hanging from the ceiling is. Jump, grab it, and you've somehow caused the tomato to explode, and you get this. He looks like Kid Vid from the Burger King Kids Club doing an Egyptian dance. Really though, what is with the stance? He must be a fan of the Bengals or something, cause this isn't what I or any partially functional human being would do immediately after escaping the intestines of a giant tomato. And then they roll the same credits again. Oh god, please don't let there be another stage. Oh, thank god, that's it. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes was a cult classic film, and although I've never seen it, I'm sure that this game doesn't do it any justice whatsoever. There are a lot of games on the NES that are labeled as bad games, when really they fall somewhere between mediocre and poor, but this is one of the games that really does deserve its status as an abomination. If you ever see the cartridge, squash it like a fucking tomato. So that wraps up this edition of Aqualung's Game Reviews. See you next time.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes! Attack of the Killer Tomatoes! They'll beat you, bash you, squish you, mash you, chew you up for brunch, and finish you off for dinner or lunch.